So I personally love Indian movie, a lot of Bollywood movie. I recently watched Good Newwz. I know it's not recent, but it's the like latest Bollywood, not Bollywood movie, Hindi movie which I have watched. It's extremely nice. Good Newwz is the first pilot who was involved in the army, and the whole movie was so encouraging for the ladies who gonna be participating in some major role in Indian Army. So I love that show. And so today I'm going to watch like why Indian movies don't get nominated by Oscars. A lot of good Indian movie, but probably most of them are like singing, dancing, a lot of masala in a movie, but still a lot of movie are actually like intriguing like for me. And sometimes I watch Bollywood movie, I cried because it's related to life and it taught me also quite a lot. So let's watch it together. And before that, again, I love watching and eating together. So prepare your dish and let's watch it together. And today I have this elaichi milk and also paratha, arvi, aloo, and also lucky. It's my lunch. So let's watch it together.
Because they are just not good enough. Just kidding, of course. There are many Indian movies that I take in much higher regard than several Best Picture winners, and I hope that this video can help to understand the whole Oscar madness a little bit better. Servus Freunde, my name is Jimmy Cage, and quite often I stumble upon comments by people who are wondering why certain foreign movies don't get nominated for Oscars. After all, those might be great movies and it seems as if they aren't getting the recognition they deserve. Now, before I go into the reasons why some, specifically foreign movies, aren't getting any Oscar nominations, I first want to point out one crucial thing. It doesn't really matter. When you love a movie, you love a movie, and if it gets an Oscar or not should really not change anything.
Even Hong Kong movie never got nominated by Oscar. I think it's rare. Mostly it's Western.
Now, at the risk of being called a hypocrite, I personally like the Oscars a lot and I always enjoy following the award season, trying to watch most of the nominees and then watch the show itself. But still, one shouldn't overestimate its importance, especially for one's own enjoyment and love for movies. But the first and probably biggest reason why specifically Indian movies don't get nominated for Oscars is really simple. Because of its long history and because of Hollywood's predominant role in the world, the Oscars are considered to be the most prestigious and important awards when it comes to acknowledging and celebrating the quality of movies. But, and this is of utmost importance, it is an American award, and while there are foreign productions that get nominated and while the Academy of Motion Pictures, Arts and Sciences is indeed an international organization, the biggest part of it and their focus are clearly American. The Oscars should honor excellence in cinematic achievements, but they are not an organization that is actively looking at...
That's true. Mostly are American production house, movie directors.
If there is an amazing new Indian movie or absolutely incredible acting performances or technical...
So it doesn't mean that you don't get nominated, the movies are not good. I truly enjoy watching Indian movies.
Hey, let's nominate that. For the chance of a movie even getting a nomination, there must have been a submission, and there are very strict rules to that. To get into all of them would take forever, but here's probably the most important one. It must have a release in a Los Angeles county, and even that release must fulfill certain requirements.
Oh, I don't know if like Bollywood or Hindi movie released in the US, but definitely once in a while in Hong Kong, in a movie theater, there are like 1 to 2 movie in a year, which shown in Hong Kong cinema.
US. And even if a movie fulfills all requirements, that's still not really enough, because the people behind that movie must also take a lot of money in their hands and start a good award campaign, a so-called Oscar push. There are simply too many movies and everybody's fighting for attention. After all, the nominations are determined by the members of the Academy, of which there are almost 10,000. And not to go into more specifics, but the different branches of the Academy, for example actors, directors, editors and so on, determine the nominations of those specific categories, like Best Editing, Best Costume Design and so on, with the full Academy then voting and determining the winners.
So competitive. So it's better just to serve like the Indian viewers.
Best International Feature Film, which was formerly known as Best Foreign Language Film. Indian movies have been nominated in that category 3 times so far: Mother India, Salam Bombay and Lagan. In that category, the nomination process...
Lagan. I have never seen either of them.
Every country is invited to submit...
My first movie was Three Idiots. That was definitely a hit at that time.
India submission, that means that the Film Federation of India, the FFI, each year appoints a committee to choose a movie. That movie is then sent to the Academy, where it is screened for a jury. But please keep in mind that there will only be 5 spots in that category and almost 100 countries are submitting their pick. So the chances to get nominated are really slim. And again, each country only submits one movie. So even when you think Tumbat, for example, would have made a terrific submission with a chance of really getting nominated, it simply wasn't picked and therefore couldn't get nominated. Last year India has submitted Gully Boy, the year before it was...
I have watched Gully Boy. It's really good.
Have written to us that Guru was the first Malayalam movie that got nominated for an Oscar, which is not completely true. It was the first Malayalam movie that India chose as their official submission, but unfortunately it didn't get nominated. I'm trying to explain all of this not to discredit the Indian movie industries at all. Instead, I'm trying to shine a light on the mechanics behind the nominations and why the quality of a film is only one of many different factors in the process. So again, the Oscars aren't all that important. What's important is what you think about a movie and that you can share it with friends and other people that are passionate about it. And if you want to see us talk about all kinds of different Indian movies on a weekly basis, feel free to subscribe to the channel. You can also hit me up on Twitter, Instagram, Letterboxd and also on Patreon, simply at The Jimmy Cage. See you next time.
I personally love Bollywood movie, and if there is any chance, I would see a Hindi movie, or Bollywood movie, or Malayalam movie, or Telugu movie being nominated in Oscars. That will be a really astonishing moment for Indians, and definitely no one can talk about or comment about Indian movie even if it's not being nominated in Oscar. They are awesome. I mean, most of them. I am more prone to Indian movie which have less dancing and singing. I find it a little bit long as a movie, which lasts for 3 hours, but in general I love Indian movie. So which is your favorite movie? Do let me know, and I would definitely love watching them and react to that as well. So that's it for today. Ciao.